I'm Chris.
And I'm Jeff.
Welcome to episode 70 of Fresh and Uncooked, the podcast where Jeff and I talk about fast food, new menu items and products, our favorite food, cooking at home, and what we love to eat. Jeff, what is episode 70 all about?
It is all about frozen foods, part 2.
But first, we got a little food news, including a fan favorite returning to Arby's. Pineapple keeps ending up where it doesn't belong.
Oh, boy. Is it pizza?
Finally, it's pizza related.
Okay.
And finally, what the heck is Panera doing with their new breakfast lineup?
Oh, that's going to be interesting.
So sit back, grab your favorite frozen snack, and enjoy episode 70 of the most appetizing food podcast ever.
Fresh and Uncooked.
Any news?
Is there any news?
I have news.
Food news.
Bad news travels fast.
After disappearing from the Arby's menu in 2021, a fan favorite is returning. Being mentioned over 10,000 times in just the past year alone on social media, the potato cakes have returned to the Arby's menu nationwide.
I didn't even realize they were gone.
Starting at $2.39 for a 3-piece. Jeff, my question to you was going to be, are potato cakes something that ends up in your Arby's bags in the past?
I don't go to Arby's very often. No. So I don't mind the potato cakes. They're okay. I think their fries are the way to go.
I might have had potato cakes once, twice.
Yeah,
I didn't realize they were gone either. Arby's was teasing all weekend. They're coming back. It's happening. All kinds of posts on Twitter, and people were guessing potato cake. It was true. But hardcore potato cake fans are disappointed that it's only for a limited time.
Oh, pulling a Taco Bell.
If you're a hardcore potato cake fan, they are selling merch, including a necklace, a potato cake candle, pin, t-shirts, and hoodies, so you can remember them when they go away again.
Of course they are.
I did go to the website just to grab a few images, but they didn't have any of the potato cake merchandise posted yet. Apparently, I learned later on it's next week when the merch will show up.
Oh, okay.
But however, you could go online right now and buy a Jamocha Shake bath bomb if you wanted to.
Well,
yeah,
I'll pass, but teach their own.
Pepsi and Little Caesars apparently agree that pineapple doesn't belong on pizza, but they do believe it belongs in Pepsi. Pineapple Pepsi is returning this summer and is exclusively available at Little Caesars for the second year in a row. Pineapple Pepsi, which first debuted in 2020 as a combo of Pepsi Cola and sweet, fruity notes of pineapple, can be ordered with Crazy Puffs and a special in-app deal for $4.99 until July 14th.
That is a great deal.
Crazy Puffs were released in March of this year, and they're sort of like mini pizzas meets crazy bread with cheese and pizza sauce and garlic butter. Available now for a limited time. Customers can get the tropical flavor in a new one-of-a-kind 20-ounce bottle.
Wow. Have you had the Crazy Puffs yet?
No, but they kind of look like a good snack.
Let me tell you, Chris, I've had them.
You have?
Yes. I think I've had them more than once, actually. For $3.99, it is probably the best $3.99 that you can spend.
So is it like getting a little snack, or is that like a doable lunch?
It's a doable lunch for $3.99.
That is crazy.
Yeah. Now the Pepsi Pineapple, you can keep that.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, you can keep it, but that's a really cool promo. That's neat. That's very different.
It kind of looks like this one has pepperoni in the Crazy Puff.
Yeah, they have pepperoni inside of there. I think it's pepperoni, and is it maybe sausage too? But they're delicious. They're really good.
Nice. No, maybe I'll have to give those a try.
Oh, I would think that you would like them. Seriously.
They look good. I do like Little Caesars Crazy Bread.
Okay.
It's good.
Yeah, it's kind of has that crazy
Different.
bread feel to it, and it's
Mhm.
good. It's good.
The best part, I think, is like the crispy edges, like the cheese skirt on these crazy puffs, like the way they kind of have that rolling in these photos are
Hmm.
selling me big time on this.
Yeah, it almost looks like small Detroit style pizzas, if you may.
Nothing wrong with that.
Not at all. Give it up for Little Caesars.
Panera has a few new items to the breakfast menu, Jeff, and a few breakfast sandwiches, including the bacon double take with double the bacon of a traditional Panera breakfast sandwich, along with 2 types of cheese. They also have the steak and wake, marinated thin sliced steak on ciabatta bread. And then they have the ham, egg, and cheese. They really got original with the name on this one. Can you guess what ingredients are featured on the ham, egg, and cheese?
Well, it's ham, egg, and cheese.
Also, I assume these all come with an egg, since the photo shows a folded egg like topping in the pictures. They didn't mention egg in the other two, but
Okay.
they kind of go from kind of boring to a little over the top in this next part of the lineup, Jeff. Savory and sweet happen in the all-new Cinna Scrambles, combining classic breakfast sandwich ingredients, but served inside a warm Panera cinnamon roll.
Oh, wow.
Rolls featured scrambled eggs, American cheese, and a warm cinnamon roll, finished with salt and pepper. Customers can also get a sausage Cinna Scramble, which adds sausage patty or bacon. And then the insane part, they have new Cinna Tops, which are their cinnamon base roll topping with icing and your choice of Panera candy cookie, choco chipper cookie, or fudge brownie. So basically,
Man.
a cinnamon roll with another dessert on top of said cinnamon roll.
Oh,
What's going on over there at Panera, Jeff?
yeah, I have no idea. Yeah, and I hate to sound like an old man, but Panera is different. It's different than it used to be, right?
Yeah. I think it's, unfortunately, I think it's gone, that chart's moving down a little bit.
Right. Yeah, 20 years ago, Panera was a place to be. Yeah, now I can't tell you the last time I've been to Panera. I don't go to Panera very often.
Also, for those who can't see the pictures of everything that we feature here on Food News, check out the show on our YouTube channel where you can see them and you can see us. Link in the show notes of this episode. But Jeff, why do these pictures kind of look fake looking?
It looks like something a 5-year-old would make.
It also kind of just looks like, I know, like, food styling happens, for photo shoots, so the food looks amazing and absolutely nothing like you would get at any restaurant.
Right.
But this almost looks like they were painted or something.
It almost looks like
It looks
AI.
fake. Yes.
Maybe they're
was thinking
using
that too.
AI in their promotions now. Everybody's trying to utilize AI in some capacity, and I think this might have been Panera's first venture into that whole thing.
Yeah, and the egg looks interesting on these too. Remember the Sham Wow from the 1990s infomercials?
The eggs
cloth-
do look, yeah, they look.
that was so absorbent. The guy would put it in a bucket of water and it would just suck it all up. It looks like cloth. It looks like a Sham Wow was perfectly cut and folded up to look like an egg.
It does, yeah. It's some type of
Panera.
microfiber, yeah.
Anyway, the Cinna Scramble start at $5.39. The Cinna Tops start at $4.79, and the breakfast sandwiches, they didn't put a price on the press release, Jeff, so they're probably up there, $7 at least, I would think.
Right.
Yeah. Any final thoughts on the Panera? Any of them? I mean, the breakfast sandwiches with the cinnamon roll, the cinnamon roll doesn't have icing on it for those breakfast sandwiches. So if you're listening and you're thinking a cinnamon roll bun for your egg, cheese, and sausage breakfast sandwich, there's no icing on top.
So, I mean, is it worth trying?
Might be unique.
Yeah, I would try it for sure. Am I going out of my way to try it? No. Because even McGriddles, think of like McGriddles. McGriddles are like a pancake,
Mm-hmm.
right? So they're sweet. So it is a little bit of that sweet and savory. I
Very
would
much.
try it, but I'm not going out of my way.
Would if it had icing on top, would that entice you more?
No, not at all. That would deter me for sure.
Okay. Because I think they saved all the icing and the sweet for the cinna toppers.
Those look dangerously sweet.
That's your food news for episode 70. Now let's get to part 2 of the frozen food section, where Jeff and I still have to talk about the dessert section, the seafood section, meats, international and specialty sections. And Jeff, we kind of get into TV dinners a little bit here. Plus, reveal our top 3. Let's go. Dessert. Another frozen part of the frozen section that has several doors, sometimes its own aisle, ice cream and desserts.
Ice cream is good, especially this time of year.
Oh, yeah. Big time. Pies. There's cakes.
Cheesecake. I know frozen cheesecake I like a lot.
French silk pies that you just put in the counter and defrost it and it's ready.
Mm-hmm.
Cinnamon rolls, which would kind of be more of a breakfast thing, I think, but
Yeah, it's really a breakfast dessert item, right?
Yeah,
Like a donut. I mean, a donut could be a breakfast item, but it's really a dessert.
yeah.
Do you have a favorite ice cream brand?
Brand?
Mm-hmm.
I like Tillamook. If I were to think of one off the top of my head, Tillamook.
Not familiar with that one.
They're out of Portland, I want to say. Like legit ice cream, real ice cream. Good flavors, lots of good peanut butter flavors, which is, right up my alley there. The Ben and Jerry's stuff is okay.
Yeah, that would be my go-to. I like Ben and Jerry's a lot.
Like the combinations and stuff they do is in the names. It's all unique.
Yeah.
A lot of those pint ice creams are just a little too pricey.
Yeah, Haagen-Dazs is the same way.
Yeah.
If you're into Haagen-Dazs.
Mm-hmm. But hey, even a few of the Walmart brand ones are good and $5 cheaper. So
Yeah.
can't go wrong in the ice cream section. I would imagine you would be a fan of the seafood section in the frozen food section.
Oh, yeah. All the breaded seafood that you can get in the frozen section, I'm a fan of.
Just the breaded stuff.
Mostly breaded. That's usually the way we go. Yeah.
So you wouldn't get like fresh or frozen salmon fillets or
I try not to.
Swordfish or whatnot.
No, you have to get that stuff fresh.
Shrimp would be the only thing that I would get. From
like popcorn shrimp?
Popcorn shrimp sounds good. Yeah.
Okay. But like a shrimp cocktail, would you get that from the frozen section too?
That would be something I probably would just make on my own.
Right.
Because it's pretty easy. But yeah, I would.
Okay.
Like those little rings that they sell where it's ready to go, rip open the plastic and
No, I think once you bite into a frozen piece of something, you know what I mean? You just have to let things thaw. And sometimes my appetite just gets the best of me and
I
get very impatient. Right.
You gotta let it go all the way. Run it under some cold water if you're impatient,
Yeah, but there's just something about that shrimp. I don't know. I would just rather get it,
cook it, and chill it on your own.
Mm-hmm.
Enjoy it later. Yeah. It always tastes better that way. What about any other meats or poultries? You buying anything frozen, meat-wise, chicken-wise?
I try not to buy too much frozen meat, really. I mean, sometimes they have ground turkey that's frozen in the roll.
Okay.
It just makes it more convenient. Yeah, but that's really kind of about it. I don't buy a lot of frozen meat.
Yeah, I don't either. I think the only thing I can think of is definitely a sleeve of Costco burger patties for summertime, especially. Is good quality burger that you just pull right out and throw right on the grill. You can't beat that.
Yeah, see, even with that, I just buy them. I buy them fresh. I mean, I guess I go to the store. I have a hard time grocery shopping these days because you go to the grocery store and it's very overwhelming. Like, what do I want to eat this week? Well, you just never know. It changes from day to day.
So go in with a list is what you're saying.
Sometimes I do. There's certain things that I need to have, the certain staples and things like that. Or if I have a taste for something, then I make sure that I get it too. But a lot of times I just kind of go, oh, I have a taste for this today. I'm going to go to the store today and get it.
So you're not a once a week grocery store shopper.
I wish that I was. I wish that we could plan a whole lot more when it comes to grocery shopping, but it gets difficult.
Yeah, there's a few meat things that I would get here and there. No Tyson chicken nuggets or anything like that,
I do like the Tyson nuggets. Yeah, I do like the frozen nuggets here and there.
I was trying to think of this. The bread section. It's not a very big section, and it's usually only filled with one type of bread. But that's the kind of bread I grab from the frozen section. And that's garlic bread.
There's nothing wrong with that at all.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
I do love some frozen garlic bread.
Usually go with the Texas toast.
Yes.
I kind of dig those. Every now and then
I'll cheese too?
With the cheese, without the cheese. Sometimes it's 2 for, what is it now? 2 for $9 is probably the bargain. Get one cheese, one without maybe. Sometimes they'll get the big roll of just, the breadsticks. Sometimes the stuffed breadsticks. There's just, you can't go wrong with most of those.
Yeah.
Some place you can go wrong, for sure, is the international section. Stir fries, egg rolls, maybe some Italian cuisine.
I like to have frozen dumplings, pot stickers, gyoza, or what have you. Those are real convenient because a decent lunch for me is a bowl of ramen, package of ramen with a few dumplings in there. I like that a lot, especially in the wintertime. It's kind of hard now when it's really warm outside. But to me, that's almost like the ideal lunch.
It's not soup season, is what you're saying.
It's always soup season here, Chris. Come on, man.
It's not soup season, I think you just said.
But the ramen doesn't have to be soup. You could just get rid of all the broth, and then you have noodle seasoned
one hell of a
there.
lunch.
Yeah.
Certain brand you like?
Usually what's on sale.
Oh,
or if I go to an Asian market.
They're the same.
Yeah, if I go to an Asian market, I'll look through their frozen section and get some. Even Costco and I believe Sam's has those pot stickers there too.
I'll have to try those because frozen egg rolls are very hit or miss.
They are.
Very. Even the expensive ones like, this one's $3. I should stay away from that. This one's $7. You might buy the $7 one and be like, what the hell did I just buy?
Yeah. I pretty much never buy them. It's really, like you said, it's just hard to find a good one. And it doesn't matter about price or anything like that. It's all about just when you want a good egg roll, I mean, even your favorite Chinese place.
Stop by your favorite Chinese place on the way home.
Yeah. I would say my favorite Chinese place doesn't even have my favorite egg rolls. There's other places that have egg rolls that are better.
Yeah, every now and then I'll get like a stir fry in the frozen food section, or those saute meals where they kind of have like some everything in the package and you just dump it to a big skillet and cover it and kind of heat it up. It might have like chicken and tomato sauce and noodles or something like that. And those are decent. Yeah,
they're not bad.
And then you got your classic, what Jeff and I would call your TV dinners.
The TV dinner.
Your banquets, your Hungry Man's.
Yeah, your Swansons.
Your Marie Callender's. Your Swansons.
Oh, man.
When's the last time you had a good TV dinner, Jeff? Can you even remember?
I can't remember the last time I had a TV dinner, let alone a good TV dinner.
Well, sure.
Seriously, I have no idea because remember, I don't own a microwave. So those are pretty much like microwavable things. So yeah, I don't. Oh no, it's been a really long time. Man, I can't even tell you. Wow.
Yeah, I really can't.
It's probably over 10 years.
I never see you know, you go to the grocery store, it's busy. Maybe it's a Saturday morning and you're like, why did I go now when everybody else in town is going?
Yeah.
And, you know, you go to the bread section, you're like, you kind of like walk around a couple people to grab your loaf. Maybe you go over here and, you know, it's busy over there. No one's ever in your way in front of the TV dinner section. You know what I mean? And it's such a big section.
It's just, you know what? And I think that's what it is too, Chris. Like, I think you and I don't eat those very often because they're just very almost odd choices in a way.
Yeah. If it comes down to, boy, I need to grab a TV dinner, it is more or less translate into, I better grab a frozen pizza.
Right.
You know, because the quality and probably about the same price. I don't even know how much TV dinners cost nowadays.
I don't know either.
Imagine.
I know that they have ones that have a couple of pieces of fried chicken in there.
A couple of pieces.
Yeah, there's probably half a wing and a breast or something.
3 wings.
Yeah. I can't imagine that chicken being good.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's probably not.
No.
It's probably not. And you're probably getting some mashed potatoes and some corn.
Yeah.
Maybe a brownie or an apple crumble, perhaps.
Or just warm cinnamon apples or something.
Mm-hmm. That's a good one. Yeah.
TV dinners are just...
How are they still around?
Somebody's eating them.
Who's buying them?
I don't know. Chris, some people don't like to cook. Some people don't want to be worried or, you know, inconvenienced at all by, you know, making or preparing a meal. So,
Sure.
I'm just going to throw a TV dinner in the microwave. My goodness, Chris, if I ever get to that point, I don't see that ever happening. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know.
It is just, it is baffling, right?
So there is one thing.
Mm-hmm.
There is one thing, Jeff. Stouffer's, I think, is the brand.
Okay.
They make something that I will get every now and then. Probably probably in a year, maybe. A small little package of something called chipped beef.
Okay.
It's like corned beef, tiny little pieces in like a white gravy, basically.
Yeah.
Some reason I like that stuff. I don't know if it was one of my brothers, probably wasn't my sisters or my mother or my father or who, or a combination of them all. Putting that over some toast with some eggs feels like a good, like, winter hearty breakfast, you know?
Okay.
Maybe some biscuits. That would be the closest thing I would get to getting anything in that section.
Yeah. Sometimes, I mean, I look there sometimes and I think, oh, maybe this would be good for lunch. And then I think to myself, no, it wouldn't be good for lunch. There's just so many other options. But like I said, when it comes to convenience, if you don't care about, you know, if you're just looking, hey, I'm going to fill myself up or what have you, some people eat that way.
That's another thing. I don't see those filling anybody up.
I don't know.
Because, I mean, I haven't had one in a long time, but I remember I can just picture taking that tray out of that cardboard box, right? And just be like, what is going on?
They are disappointing on so many levels. Wow, we just really took the whole TV dinner industry straight across the coals.
No, it's doing fine, though, Jeff. It's doing fine because it's several doors large.
Yeah.
In the major grocery stores.
We need to do some research and find out who's eating these things. Seriously.
Yes. What is the average demographic for a TV dinner these days? Oh. And then one more section, Jeff, the specialty section. This isn't one that I'm shopping too often in, but it's kind of got a hodgepodge of everything from all the other sections, but it's gluten-free, it's vegan, it's whatever.
As you know, I'm big on the meat alternatives and everything like that. Mm-hmm. So, you know, some of the sausages that are there, I'm big on. I like to try some of the gluten-free and vegan things sometimes just to see how those are evolving because they are getting better. When they first started, a lot of it was bad. But but they've definitely gotten better over the years. So yeah, I try those out, and you never know. Sometimes there's things on closeout that you can get pretty inexpensive, and I will try things out then.
When it comes to burgers, alternatives, you prefer the beans over the Impossibles and whatnot, or no, or soy? Or
Yeah, I don't know that I prefer the bean ones over the Impossibles or whatever. They're because they're different. Neither one of them are a real burger,
right?
I know that in my head. I know when I'm eating them, this is not going to be a burger. This is not going to be a regular 80-20 combo beef burger.
Yeah,
it's just not going to be the same. But some of them are tasty. Yeah, I kind of enjoy both of them. I like the black bean. I like the Impossible. I like the
because those are always frozen, right?
Most of the burger. Yeah, I think the Impossible ones are.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're decent. But like I said, I go into it thinking it's its own thing. It's its own separate thing. It's definitely not going to be a real burger.
So how about our top three? Our top three must-haves from the frozen food section. Any section from the frozen food section.
Okay.
What's one thing of yours, Jeff?
For me, it's always those frozen green peas because it's just real easy. You run them. You don't even have to cook them. You just run them under hot water.
Did you say peas?
Yeah, green peas.
Okay. That's in your top three?
I would think so. I have those all the time.
Wow.
I know, it's really odd.
Okay.
And I don't feel that I eat a ton of green peas, but I have green peas all the time. And it seems like I'll buy a bag and then my wife buys a bag thinking that we didn't have a bag of them.
Oh.
And we don't. I mean, we eat
make
them.
sure you got the peas.
Yeah, it's very odd. We don't eat them a ton, but they go in a lot of different salads and things like that.
Man,
if I make risotto, I put them in there too. So I think that's what it is. Yeah, having like those green peas is kind of a good thing.
Okay.
And sometimes, truthfully, that okra. I make this this vegetable thing which with okra. I use a can of diced tomatoes, like a flavored can, maybe like a garlic flavored diced tomato.
Yeah.
And then I'll put mix that in with black-eyed peas.
Oh.
And you can eat it hot or cold. A little bit of garlic in there too, fresh garlic. Dude, it's pretty good.
Nice. Okay.
So, so sometimes I have, a lot of times I have okra in the freezer too. Once again, don't eat a lot of okra, but it's just one of those things to make that easy, convenient dish that I like.
Yeah. All right. Easy, convenient dish that I like in my top three would have to be burgers. A good Chuck Angus 80-20 is what I'm going for. There's a lot of different brands out there. I personally just get the Costco ones. Really good. They're solid, good price. What else? What else is going in there besides peas and okra? We've talked about ice cream and appetizers and meat and international foods.
And I think as
top three ends up with green peas and okra.
And I think that other one that I mentioned too is the dumplings, the pot stickers, the gyoza, or what have you.
Okay, yeah,
they're just real easy.
I got to find a good one of those.
You can put them in a pan and you can just pan fry them. You can almost make like a wonton soup and just throw them in with ramen if you'd like. They're just easy. Yeah, it's easy and you can use them a lot of different ways.
Second thing for me will be in my top three, breakfast sandwiches.
Okay.
Love just the normal ones, though. You don't have to get all crazy like we were talking about Jimmy Dean and their loaded hash browns. Just give me a croissant or a biscuit, some sausage, some egg, and some cheese. That's all you need. Start your day. Comes out piping hot. You got to wait 4 minutes for it to cool off, but it's fine. Your day's ready to go. Or throw in those corn dog pancake breakfast things. Those are good, too.
Those are good.
What's the third thing in your top three frozen food, Jeff?
The third thing?
Think carefully.
This isn't one that I have, but my wife has been big on these as of late. Having taquitos.
Oh.
Frozen taquitos. Because it seems like every box that you buy, there's like 40 of them in there. So they last quite a long time.
Yeah, it's like getting a bag of matzah or a box of mozzarella sticks.
Right.
Why so many? Why
You're
are
not
so
getting
many?
a dozen. It's either like 20 or 40. So we've had those in the freezer quite a bit. And we actually have those in the freezer right now. I know that for sure.
You guys throwing those in the air fryer? Yeah.
That's an air fryer thing too. Yeah.
Can't say the last time I had a frozen taquito. I don't remember them being too tasty though. But
Yeah. We have a brand, I think, that we always get that we kind of enjoy.
go to nice.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. That's good.
Yeah. Sometimes, once again, it's like those egg rolls that we were talking about earlier.
You have to find the right one because there's
Right.
a lot of bad
Yeah.
things of many things.
Yeah.
You know what? We didn't even talk about Hot Pockets. That's like a whole section too. There's so many Hot Pockets. That was a teenage thing for me. Love the Hot Pockets.
Oh, for
Back in the
sure.
day. Yeah. Now, God, those are so gross.
Oh, they are. I'd rather go with like an empanada. I'd go with an empanada that's made. Yeah.
If I remember correctly, like a Philly cheesesteak one, and just like pepperoni pizza or meatball. That was probably my favorite Hot Pockets.
There was a ham and cheese. I think that was really good. Yeah.
I think they even have breakfast ones now. I don't know.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
But I'm going to have to say it, Jeff. It was either going to come down to ice cream or pizza for me. So I'm going to go ice cream.
Okay.
I'm going to have to throw in some dessert. I got breakfast taken care of. I got my meat taken care of. Now a little something sweet, a little dessert and ice cream. Just sounds really good. So top 3 frozen food, ice cream.
Yeah, I think ice cream, it's one of those things, it's like coffee for me. Like I enjoy coffee, but I don't buy my own coffee. I usually go out and get it. And the same thing for ice cream. I love ice cream, but I normally just go out and get my own. Like once a week. Sometimes it's a Frosty.
To ice cream parlor or something is what you're saying.
Yeah, or just to Wendy's for a Frosty. Or to Dairy Queen for
berry Frosty.
Haven't had it yet, but you know what? I have ideas now, Chris. You're planting seeds, my friend.
You know what? Show's almost over.
Or a Blizzard, right? A Blizzard's always good too.
Blizzards are good. Blizzards are great. I haven't had a concrete mixer.
Oh, just a banana. I'm a big fan of a banana split, Chris.
Really?
Love a banana split.
I like banana flavor. A banana split though. I think it's a little overrated.
Ooh, it makes me feel healthy because there's fruit involved. There's usually banana, pineapple, and cherry.
Ooh,
3 fruits. Come on, man, that's a healthy dessert right there. It's really not.
So thanks for listening to episode 70 of Fresh and Uncooked. That was part 2. We closed out the frozen food section, Jeff.
We did.
It was quite the journey. Really want ice cream for some reason. I can't tell you why, but
You know what? I have a taste for some ice cream too, Chris. So that might happen real soon.
If you get some, post it on your social media. And where can everyone give you a follow, Jeff?
It's Jeff_on air on all platforms.
All right. And this week's burger of the week, Jeff, is a ripoff of the Italian beef sandwich. You can check that out. TikTok, YouTube, Cooking with Chris _YT. Links to Fresh and Uncooked socials are below in the show notes and description. That was part 2 of Frozen Foods. Jeff, until next time.
Enjoy what you eat.